Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today I wanted to make a video to let you guys know about a really cool Kickstarter game that has come to my attention. In fact, it's something that I discovered about a month or so ago. Warrior Sparta actually let me know about their Twitter and was like, look at these screenshots, this game looks really awesome, do you reckon you'll play it? And I was like, I'll take a look at it. And that was Ancient Cities. And they currently have a Kickstarter going on in order to fund, the development of the game. They've got some really cool stretch goals as well. Now, obviously, this isn't me saying you must donate, but just trying to, spread the word and help the project as much as possible. A lot of you guys have been leaving comments asking me to, make this type of video just to make people aware of the potential of this game. And obviously, if then you're interested in it, feel free to back it. But if either you don't want to back it or you don't have the money to back it, then you can still help the project by sharing a link to it, telling your friends about it, and feel free to make a video yourself and just spread the word about this project because it does look like it has insane potential. I love a good city builder, and this presents itself as a strategy survival city builder PC game through the ages, with a strong focus on history and realism. The main premise and kind of era to start with is the Neolithic era, but they do have various other, as I said, stretch goals if they hit those targets for Ice Age, a Neolithic Middle East era, and even looking at eras beyond that down the line, possibly as either DLC or as expansions to the original game. So do take a look at the link in the description to the Kickstarter. That's where I'm kind of pulling a lot of this information about the project, but you'll be able to see the trailer and some gameplay up on screen that Uncasual Games, the developers behind this, have sent this to me so I can share with you guys. They've also got a clip of them testing out weather systems. They've got rain working in the game, so it looks like they'll have kind of full dynamic weather systems when the game does come out. Now, they're not offering an early access pledge or anything like that because they feel it would seriously compromise the project, because there's only actually, I believe, 4 developers working on this game at the moment. And obviously, if they set up an early access, dealing with that, having the kind of community management and technical support infrastructure would seriously take away from, their development time on the project, which I think is fair enough. And sometimes I feel that a lot of Kickstarter projects and stuff are too eager to jump into that early access phase, and that's often where they get stuck in for way longer than they should. So I'm quite happy that they don't have one. They do kind of in their roadmap rather of development, they do have kind of a closed alpha and a closed beta, both next year, and their plan is to release this December of 2018. So that's when we can sort of expect it. But already the alpha screenshots that they have and the video content that you're seeing up on screen now, the gameplay content, looks really impressive. Obviously, there's probably a ton more features and various mechanics and bits they want to build into the game itself, and that will take a lot of time. That's the next year or so of what they want to work on. But already it's looking like it has amazing potential. This looks like the type of city builder game I've always dreamed of. I mean, even creating those sort of little fortified palisades around your settlement looks absolutely awesome. And I'm just going to run through some of the kind of key features of this game if the content you're seeing hasn't already grabbed you. So running through what they already have and are kind of still working to polish, and also I'll go through kind of their final release features that they're still aiming to work on and build upon over the next year or so. So they already have an in-house 3D rendering technology and UI. They're working on their own kind of custom engine for this and renderer, so that they can have hundreds of buildings and citizens on the on the map in the game all at the same time without any major FPS impact, so it can all run really smoothly. They have a procedural world generation. They have simulated day and night cycles, simulated seasonal cycles, weather simulation based on real data, so that's really cool. Wild animal life and plant cycle of life systems in game. They have a farming system, a step-by-step structure building and effects. So when you place a building, it doesn't instantly build, but it actually allows you to see the building kind of come together step by step through the process that would realistically create that building, that structure. There's resource collection and storage, there's a family tree for citizens, there's character attributes, there's AI to some extent, including pathfinding and job selection. Citizen basic needs like eating, drinking, sleeping and rest is in there. There's a technology system, and there's some items of each type to test the technology. So they've already got some plants, some animals and some buildings in, and there's decay of resources and buildings as well. Their final release features, as I said, which will allow you to configure your gameplay enabling combat and natural disasters, or simply relax and allow you to build your beautiful city as you desire. So for the world, they'll allow you to discover lands around you and send out exploring parties. There'll be other factions as such and other tribes competing for resources, power and alliances. Cities, obviously, so there'll be other populated areas where you can trade or raid. You can try and take over those places with your own religion and culture, and force your economy on them and things like that. There'll be migration due to famine and sickness, and potentially the spread of religion, technology and culture, which will draw citizens away to other cities and other places. Hunter parties as well will explore the map searching for animals that they can hunt and other resources, and world events that can change the course of history as such. For your city, you'll have to try and survive the unforgiving nature and build structures to live and defend against raiders and predators. And just quickly, I want to talk about that now. I feel like this is going to be similar to kind of games like Pharaoh or Children of the Nile, where I don't know how in-depth they want to take their kind of combat system. I don't feel it's going to be like a Total War-esque simulation sort of thing like that, but I get the feeling that you'll be able to give kind of basic orders to military units and raid orders and things like that, and then it will the AI will do its thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully I can do some kind of interview with the devs at some point later down the line when they're further in development, and see how things are progressing, and maybe if you guys have any questions and things like that, that's stuff I can put to them. But I kind of feel like the focus is going to be, it's a survival city simulation builder, and it looks absolutely awesome again from the screenshots and things that we can see so far. So I don't actually want military aspects to take too much of this game, but I love that they've already got those fortified palisades that you can build. Seems absolutely awesome. Absolutely love where they're going with the direction of this. So yeah, you'll be able to mine, chop, gather crops and things like that, hunt and fish for resources, but they aren't infinite, so you'll only have a limited amount of resources to gather. So again, I guess that's where trade and economy with other cities, with other factions, see how well they can develop the AI for those as well. Will be really interesting to see how you can interact. And I wonder if they'll have a multiplayer. Actually, it'd be really cool if you could, within the same map, play with a couple of other people and see how that goes while you build up your city. It'll be really interesting to see if they do aim to offer a multiplayer section. Also looks like they've got a pretty in-depth system for farming. It isn't just farm that tile. You have to plant the seeds, sow them. You'll have to then harvest them and store them for winter so that they don't go off, kind of like I guess Stronghold's granary. Morning, your lordship. And all that, so you have to store them properly, and it looks like there might be, you have to maybe defend your storehouse or what have you from potentially, I guess, disease. Maybe your wheat will go bad and that will result in a famine or a food shortage. But yeah, I mean, it sort of says here, but remember, nothing lasts forever, so again, you have to take care of your stores and your wares and trade perhaps for when you don't have it as much. You have to take care of your animals and protect them from predators. You can fight back with your enemies via trade, hunting, and you can explore beyond your city walls or wait for the other AI factions to come to you, apparently. You'll be able to praise your gods for faith and political power, fight against other religions and spread your face. There'll be politics and lots of other building types, clothes, animals, and lots more. For citizens, there'll be citizen traits, religion and culture effects, sickness, which can obviously decimate your people if you're not careful, so you'll, I guess, need to have good water access and things like that. So it's planned to be a PC Windows release with others to be determined. I guess it depends how far they get along with this funding and how the reception is to this, but I mean, from the initial screenshots, it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm amazed that this is just the work of primarily 2 people, and apparently recently they've just brought on 2 more, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So I am always slightly wary of Kickstarter projects, but this truly did grab my attention again. Thanks to Sparta for kind of giving me the heads up on this about a month or so ago, and to all of you guys for constantly messaging me saying, hey, Lionheart, you need to talk to these guys. I actually tweeted them because they put out a tweet saying, you know, if there's any YouTuber out there that, you know, has a reasonable, you know, subscriber base or viewer base that would like to help us with this by just promoting the Kickstarter, then please get in contact. So I did, and they sent me these assets to use. So yeah, obviously, you know, no pressure whatsoever to donate if you don't want to. If you don't like this, if you don't like the sound of it or whatever, it doesn't interest you, that is totally fine. I would honestly say if it doesn't, maybe could you just share anyway, because maybe one of your friends or your followers or whatever might be interested. And again, if you can't afford to back this project, which is totally fine, or maybe you're skeptical about it and you know you don't want to commit, that's fine, but maybe share the project. There's various ways you can share it via social media and things like that, because as long as this can get out to more people, hopefully that will, you know, reach the audience that Uncasual Games want to reach with Ancient Cities. I'm going to back this myself this afternoon because I think it's got great potential and I love what I see already. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Have you already looked at Ancient Cities? Has this project grabbed your attention? Have you know, pledged? You know, and again, feel free to share with your friends and in any way possible that you can to help it reach its goal of 100,000 euros. It's got 7 days left, and it's currently, at the time of recording this, got 37,000 euros of that goal. I hope it will make it, because I think it's got a lot of potential. And as they've already said, you know, there's the potential for this to sort of go way beyond the Neolithic era, possibly to, you know, ancient Greece, ancient Rome sort of periods. And I think that if this is given enough support, and if it does well, if it comes together well, then this could be a really great series to play in the future. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Take pride on the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors: XMG, Green Man Gaming, Overclockers UK, and MSI. Until the next one, ciao for now.